Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
It's Liberation Day and the 4th of July in the CNMI. We will take you behind the scenes and front and center.
Also tonight, we look back at a special local resident who was there when it happened.
And the population of the Marianas is going to increase in a big way for about a month.
In sports, the mini games in Palau rolls in a big wet weekend.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Can somebody please help me judge this chicken?
Juicy, seasoned.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the hair.
Now, who you think made this?
I don't know who cooked it, but they know how to cook.
Boom! Oh, McDonald's! Yes!
Are you serious? You don't like Mickey D's? Okay.
Guess what? I got something special for y'all. Double dip! Cause that nods mean people who love McCrispy strips. How you feeling now? Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
McCrispy strips, man, from Mickey D's. They here for it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I love Marianas coffee from Joy Me for a Cup. I think you would be really happy.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on July 4th from our studio on Capitol Hill.
It is Liberation Day here in the CNMI. We at KSPN2 have wall-to-wall coverage of today's festivities, but before we get to that, some context. Tonight, a first-hand account of what Liberation Day means to a Saipan resident who went through it. Our Chris Nelson brings back a story from the archives that means as much today as ever. Happy Liberation Day, CNMI.
We were ready to die.
David Sablon was just a youngster in July of 1944. Caught in the battle between two superpowers, his family hid in a cave on Saipan and survived on sugarcane.
3 solid weeks we were up there, nothing but sugarcane. Wow. It's funny how I kept my teeth. These are original teeth, by the way, except one of them. But then on that last day, on July 2, the able-bodied men went down for the sugarcane, only to find that they ran into Japanese patrol. So they hid for about an hour.
After the danger passed, the men headed back to the cave, only to be spotted by American forces peering through high-powered binoculars.
This 3 or 4 people crawling into a cave. So they sent a patrol up there led by a fellow named John Sullivan. And they went around and tried to locate the place where they were told to look for, only to find that there was only a crucifix that they saw. And they stuck around for a couple hours trying to locate the entrance of the cave until the baby cried. There was a little baby named Conrado Guerrero. Now he's a big boy now, but he cried, and that gave the 3 boys, 3 Marine men, a confirmation that there were people in there. So they just blindly yelled right against the cave in broken Japanese, "Shinpai nai de, detakoi," means without worries, come out with your hands up. And
now this is serious business, because these guys they don't know who's inside. They don't know if they're going to get fired on by Japanese resistors. So this is probably a tense situation. Huh?
Very, very tense. We were ready to die in that cave. I mean, we knew exactly that we're going to die anyway, right? So, so the second time that this John Sullivan yelled in, my dad jumped out and said, "I surrender," with his hands up. So right away they were intrigued by this fellow that spoke English, and he said, "Oh, you speak English?" He says, "Yeah." "Oh, is your name Elias Sablon?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "We've been looking for you."
Sablon says what they expected and what happened were two completely different things.
Were you afraid of the Americans? Is that why you didn't come out earlier?
We were told by the Japanese that they will kill all the women and all men, and will take the women back up to the ship. We didn't know what to expect. They also told us that Americans were wearing those hunters, Sarah Johnson's hunter's hat with crisp shirt, stocking, and white short. Well, we found different because John Sullivan, the sergeant, was only 4'9" and a dirty face, and it was wearing a dungaree, so it was quite a contrast from what was described to us in Japanese time to what we saw when we came out.
Sablon's father spoke 7 languages, and the Americans wanted to use him as a translator. Sablon says he was given a machine gun to carry down the hill.
One Marine had the gun. The other 2 gave their gun away to us to gain our confidence. So all the way down from the cave, all the way down to where McDonald is today, we dragged this, you know, the carbine was bigger than me, but God knows I was dragging it down.
That was good.
Yeah.
We begin our Liberation Day coverage in the early morning hours. The charcoal is lit, the floats line up, and the riders warm up their bikes. In preparation for the 79th Annual Liberation Celebration, CNMI was ready to show out with floats getting ready to hit the center stage. Special Assistant for Women's Affairs Office, Barbara Sablon, says their float is powered by a riding mower.
We have we call it a mini float, in which it's, we did it out of a train. We call it a train with drum cans. So it's really the creativity behind the float that we all put together.
This year's theme is Weaving Heritage and Embracing Peace.
We have here the heritage from different cultures present here this morning, and then we also come together as one to show the people that we are united as one, regardless whether what race we are or where we come from. But living here in this cinema, we come together as one community, helping and sharing with one another.
Bea Satur from the Fraternal Order of Philippine Eagles says it took a month to put their float together.
Our float is a living storybook that shows the rich heritage and history of the Marianas.
Their float features pre-colonial times to present day, from a Sackman canoe to the sugarcane train and children of the world.
So it shows we pick up the significant contributions and the significant things that shows or represents each era.
Department of Corrections Commissioner Anthony Torres says their float was built in partnership with NMTech and the SAR Hope Recovery Center.
That partnership with NMTech is huge because, I mean, that's where they're learning their skills, that's where they're getting their certifications. The NMTech instructors are going to the outreach facility in Capitol Hill and teaching the participants, and yeah, they're honing their skills. They're doing it every day. These guys built the grandstand. It's a beautiful showpiece. I mean, the craftsmanship, just all the hard work that they did. I mean, you see the skills that my participants did to build this grandstand, and at the same time, they built the float, right? They put a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, and over the past few years, it's been something that they've taken pride in, right? Every year, they would just put a lot of hard work into it, and you know, we've been victorious a few years, so hopefully we take it again this year. We'll see.
So what does Liberation Day mean?
Reflecting on the past, 79 years of liberation, and I mean, yes, we're celebrating the 4th of July, Independence Day, but this is the way that we're doing it here for many years. I mean, everybody's coming out, everybody's gonna you know, watch the beautiful floats and the beautiful parade. So it's just a huge testament to our culture, our local island community, and people coming together. That's what it means to me.
Families are out with the grill fired up for island-style barbecue and quality time together. Ron Calvo while he rotates the ribs.
It's a beautiful day for the 4th of July celebration, the 79th Liberation Day. It's very exciting for me and our family over here because it's my first time to see it live. You know, it's usually we are at the comfort of our home, so this is a great experience. So all of you out there, I suggest next year, the 80th, come on out.
There's much to look forward to as the beginning of the event is near.
We're looking forward to the excitement, the floats, the entertainment, the cultural dances, you know, celebrating diversity in the CNMI and across the world. You know, we have, and shout outs to all the servicemen and women out there that are probably viewing this. You know, this barbecue's for you.
Military members from every branch are in attendance, ready to see how the CNMI celebrates the 4th of July. Commanding Officer Todd Blackman with the Naval Munitions Pacific East Asia Division.
The Liberation Day Parade on July 4th, to me, just celebrates America, the independence for really the continental United States. But I can see where it can be more in the Indo-Pacific when it comes with the CNMI and basically the liberation of your islands from when you were occupied by the Japanese during World War II. So I can see how it could be a much sort of closer to home meaning, as well as another meaning for the nation too.
He's stationed in Guam and celebrated the 4th of July there last year.
And this is my first time on Saipan. Cultures seems to be about the same. I think it all represents it well. I love the weather here as well also, and just being here today to celebrate this with your island is remarkable, and I'm very honored to be here.
Ray Quintoniza visits from Guam every year to join in on the celebrations.
Liberation Day means that this is how we honor the people that actually allow us to be free and to do what we do the American way. So we want to thank everybody that did the ultimate sacrifice to allow us this freedom and stuff like that. So that in itself should explain why we celebrate this. It's not about all the beauty floats and stuff like that, you know. And I have my own opinion. I'm a veteran, so that's what it means for me.
Governor Arnold Palacios before he takes off to wave to the people of the CNMI.
What does Liberation Day mean to you?
Hey, one, we get to spend the day with families and friends at the beach and enjoy ourselves. Secondly, we reflect on freedom and what it meant for our parents and even our community as a whole going forward, and continue to relish these days that we're living in a free society, and so it's a reflection of the democratic nation that we live in and democratic world that we live in.
Mayor Ramon Camacho is ready to make some noise.
Oh, he has his own G-Ride. Mayor!
Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Really quick before we begin, how are you this morning?
I'm fine. I'm very excited.
All right, go ahead and tell me, what does Liberation Day mean to you?
Well, liberation, we're looking back 79 years ago when our forefathers have been liberated from the Camp Susupi. So I just want to thank all the different ethnic community for coming out and joining the mayor, because this liberation actually is about the forefathers that have been liberated, the Carolina and the Chamorro. But this today really shows that we have a unified community here.
Preparations are done. Now it's time for the show. Let the 4th of July celebrations commence.
Half a day CNMI and happy 4th of July. The celebration's about to start. Young guns leading the pack, ready to ride.
The riders lead the pack as the jets fly overhead, and the parade begins promptly at 10 a.m.
This was fun. The U.S. celebration of the 4th of July begins right here in the Marianas, where it is also known as Liberation Day. Good morning, CNMI. This is Dan Shore on Liberation Day, or is it July 4th? I'm not sure. Good morning, Lions Club.
Good morning!
And what day is it today?
Today is July 4th!
So it's half July 4th and it's half Liberation Day.
Yes!
Well, the 4th of July and Liberation Day, when you look at it at face value, it's the same meaning, The United States is celebrating 200, I believe, 40, 50 years of independence. We're celebrating 79 years of liberation from Camp Susupi. Pretty much the meanings are intertwined, but for us it's a bigger meaning because, for the first time 79 years ago in the history of the Northern Marianas, we were given the opportunity to carve out our own destinies, from the centuries of colonial rule, colonial administration. The liberation of our people from the gates of the internment camps gave them an opportunity to build their lives up again from the ground up and hopefully make their lives for them and the generations to come a stronger and more resilient one. So it's a beautiful celebration and it's a beautiful day today.
No, it's not just a party. It's more of celebrating our gain to have freedom.
All the years you grew up in the States, and July 4th means Independence Day. Like, people here cherish democracy. They absolutely love it. And you see on the days when everybody goes to the polls, they're so excited to be able to have like that little, ability to control their own destiny. And here we're out here kind of celebrating the same thing.
The 4th is immense gratitude. Restoration of our dignity and our resilience as a people. 79 years ago, on July 4th, 1946, right where the Mount Carmel Cathedral is, our people were liberated from Camp Susupi. And as I'm sure history would be retold, it was a safe place where the Americans, in winning the war, needed to get all the people together and place them in Camp Susupi after the Japanese did, to make sure that everybody's accounted for. And so liberation is exactly just that. From the ravages of war, to reclaim our dignity and to reclaim our cultural homeland.
This celebration, we find, is not just about American independence from English rule or Chamorro and Carolinian independence from Japanese rule, but it is about a celebration of community.
I mean, look at this. It's really beautiful to see everybody come together, celebrating, remembering the history, but also promoting peace and the future.
I do this. I just find so many wonderful people I don't get to see very often. We say hi, we renew friendships, make new friends, and it's just a wonderful feeling. People are just enjoying themselves. People that don't usually talk to one another, they're just right next to each other and start conversations.
The warmth, the generosity, and just the patriotism that's here. And I know that Josh and I have seen that every day since we've been on island.
I think what's wonderful about the people of the Northern Marianas is that we are truly a diverse population, and that's what the country has always been. And so we share that with the heritage of the United States. I think it's not just about freedom from oppression, but freedom to be who you are, freedom to live as you want to live. So yeah, I think this is fantastic. And this is how much our people love being part of this country. This is how much our people love the freedoms that they enjoy. And this is how much our people love this community.
The theme of this Liberation Day is stated on the banner placed in the background of the receiving grandstand. It says, "Weaving heritage and embracing peace." Happy 4th of July, CNMI. Happy Liberation Day.
A lot of meeting in one day. One of the biggest local military exercises since World War II will bring hundreds of personnel to the Marianas for the next month in what could be a big boost for local hotels and restaurants. This month, over 500 airmen and military personnel will be doing training exercises on Saipan and Rhoda. Special Assistant for Military Affairs, Ed Camacho.
What we have coming up here in the month of July is an exercise called Resolute Forces Specific, right, or REFOR PAC for short. So Resolute Forces Specific is a big Air Force exercise, one of the biggest we've seen since, the Second World War, right, and maybe Guam. So a little bit of this back in during the Vietnam War, but nothing to do with war. Obviously, it's an exercise and a messaging opportunity.
Service members and military personnel are scheduled to visit starting next week, Monday. Dates for visit on each island: Saipan from the 7th to August 8th, Rota from the 8th to the 31st, and Tinian from the 9th to the 31st. This is what the community can expect.
Well, right up front, there will be a lot of aircrafts flying, right? So mostly jets and tanker aircrafts, where they'll be flying, moving fuel around and personnel. And then the fighter jets are going to be flying up to FDM and back, and doing their drills. And what it really does is to test the interoperability of our fighter aircrafts. And when I say interoperability, we could also have some other partner nations that are going to be joining our U.S. Air Force, and they need to be able to communicate and be able to work together in how to detect, deter, defend, and defeat whatever potential fall we have in the area.
Coming up, we will head further into the heart of the action at Liberation Day Parade.
And it used to be a chapel, now it's a beach bar. The comeback many have been waiting for. More news next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Did you get sunburned?
I think so. I forgot to put sunblock. So.
I put on a lot of sunblock, but it didn't help.
Yeah, we outdid ourselves today.
Hey golfers, it's Tony. Just wanted to let you know that this year's Handmade Charity Classic Golf Tournament will be on Saturday, July 26 at Lala West. You know, hole number 13, it's either a hole-in-one or a 6. Sorry guys. If you haven't registered yet, it's only $110 through July 11 plus $30 optional play. That's pretty good, huh? I may be retired, but we're never too tired for golf. Oh, and thank you to all our sponsors. This year, we're supporting the Commonwealth Cancer Association. We appreciate you guys. So, don't miss the Handmade Tournament on July 26. Iwe, balesta later.
Now flying between Saipan and Rota, Micronesian Air Connections makes island travel safe, comfortable, and easy. Our Cessna Grand Caravan seats 9, offering comfort, space, and panoramic window views. With modern safety tech and experienced pilots, your 40-minute flight is as smooth as it is scenic. Whether you're heading to Rota for a serene escape or back to Saipan for business or family, Micronesian Air Connections is the connection. Book online today at flymax.com. Fly local, fly smart, fly Micronesian Air.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go! Let's go.
Welcome back. You're watching the Friday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
The Godfather's Beach Bar is back from a 5-year hiatus. The chapel-turned-bar had a lot of planning, preparation, and work leading to tonight's opening. Today's celebrations continues. Godfather's Beach Bar opened back up tonight at 4 p.m. on the grounds of Marianas Beach Resort. Founder and co-owner Scott Dottino.
It's been a process, and since we were forced to close our old one, we've been looking at several locations, and we've inquired, and nothing's panned out. And then when Hyatt closed, I know Dave got some antennas up, and he didn't tell me directly until he had the deal done. And when he got the deal done, he said, "You want your beach bar back? Let's do it." So I was more than happy and grateful, and we're up and running. It's been a long road, but I'm happy to be back in serving the people of Saipan and the tourists that come.
Bartender Leah Castillo saw the fall and rise of Godfather's Beach Bar.
Feel sad, right? That some of my coworkers lose job. Yes. And then now we're back. And thankful for that.
She's ready to serve the people with the Godfather's ladies on deck.
I'd just like to welcome everybody after 5 long years. Welcome back to Godfather's Beach Bar. We'll be opening every day at 4 p.m. Closing time will depend on the crowd. We have added a jukebox. We didn't have that at the old beach bar. We're just ready to go. And I think a lot of people are ready to come out and be here with us.
Skipper's Bar will still be open right next door.
Just want to flood this whole beach. We want to just have a beach party here every night, every day.
Are you going? Arrivals for today's festivities, some fire training, and the boys bring home the hardware. Welcome to Saipan. From dancing to les moires, the welcoming committee is back at it again at the Saipan International Airport. With the United Service Organizations, Ali Santos and Regina Taimanglo are in for today's festivities.
We are with USO Guam here to support our service members for Saipan's 79th Liberation. Viva Saipan!
Viva! United States Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant Naisha Blanks and Sergeant Curtis Louise Barom are here to be in the mix.
We'll be marching in the parade, so we're excited to be here.
Yeah, we're definitely excited. First time here, so looking forward to it.
Aside from the parade, this is what they look forward to.
Explore what Saipan is, because I have a buddy who's originally from Saipan, so I look forward to see, what beautiful places they have to offer.
Same, love the Mariana Islands, so we would like to explore everything we can.
A quick turnaround trip for the guys with the bright red bags. Vincent Bomberry does fire protection with the United States Air Force.
Our burn trainer's broken at our base, so we're coming here to use theirs in Saipan.
He's stationed in Yokota, Japan, and they're only here for one night.
At our base in Yokota, it's like 50-50, 50 Japanese nationals and 50 U.S. military.
The wrestling boys are back from the mini games in Palau, and they're bringing home the hardware. Gold medalist Seth Sablan.
Placed 3rd for freestyle and 1st place for Greco. I got a bronze and a gold.
It's his first time competing and representing the CNMI.
I just want to thank all my coaches and everyone who helped me. And I want to thank God, because without God, nothing would be possible. And yeah, I'm just truly blessed to be in the position that I'm in now, and it just feels amazing. And I'm not done yet. I'm going to keep going.
Whether you're supporting our troops, here to be a part of the liberation festivities, training with the local firefighters, or back from representing the CNMI, welcome back, welcome home, welcome to Saipan.
Liberation Day would not be Liberation Day without a queen. Well, we have a queen, CNMI. Her reign began on Wednesday night on the hallowed ground in Susupe. It is fitting that it is in the village of Susupe, where the World War II internment camp gained its liberation on this day, July 4th, 1946, that this year's Liberation Day queen is crowned. Chinaman Patrick Camacho.
Woo! Welcome to the 79th Liberation Day Royal Court Coronation Night.
As the sun begins to set on Susupe, the feeling of liberation abounds. The aroma of barbecue fills the air. The festival grounds are ready to receive a new queen. The elegantly dressed candidates make their entrance escorted through the sacred grounds of Susupe. Debian, Teresita, Pritzel from Tinian, not Jaden, no, but yes, Capioni from Rhoda, and Onica. Under the bright lights, the candidates parade for the Liberation Committee and for the crowd. We see 5 young women. 4 will become the Queen's royal court. Only 1 will receive a royal coronation. The selection is made and a queen is crowned.
The 2025 Cinema Liberation Queen. Louder, DJ. Your queen for this year goes to Capioni Marie Mendiola.
The Queen accepts her paparazzi.
You're a queen.
I am.
How does it feel?
It feels good.
Capioni Marie Mendiola is from the island of Rhoda. She plays basketball, intends to join the U.S. Air Force, and to obtain a nursing degree. She understands what Liberation Day in Susupe is about.
Today we celebrate our liberation, our freedom, and our resilience. We honor the sacrifices of those who came before us, who fought for our rights, our land, and our way of life.
And as today's royal court says goodbye to last year's queen, there can be no doubt that a future queen is awaiting her turn to rule in the future. The queen is crowned, the paraders prepped, the time, the purpose met. Enjoy the sights and sounds of this year's Liberation celebration in the CNMI.
Happy 4th of July!
Viva CNMI!
Happy Liberation Day!
I just want to say Happy Liberation Day to everybody. Happy July 4th.
Happy Liberation Day! Maligayang araw na kalayaan sa lahat.
Happy Liberation Day!
Happy Liberation Day to the island of Saipan, the CNMI, and happy 4th of July.
Happy Liberation Day.
Happy Liberation, happy 4th of July. Let's have fun in this beautiful Liberation Day.
Viva Liberation Day!
Happy 4th!
Viva Marianas! Happy Independence Day!
One Marianas, one Pamilya. Un Pamilya, un Binayza, un Corazon.
That was nice. That was tone athletic.
Oh yeah, so good. Coming up in sports, from beach volley to baseball and track, NMI athletes representing in Palau minigames. Stay tuned.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas, sports fans! The 4th of July means baseball and apple pie. In the Marianas, it means Liberation Day, but in Palau, it means rainouts and shootouts. Let's take a look at some results from the Pacific Mini Games in Palau.
3-on-3 women's hoops action. The NMI loses a tight one to the Solomon Islands. Baseball having a tough time getting games in on Palau as rain has canceled and delayed a number of games. NMI, which beat Guam earlier in the week, lost to FSM in a rain-filled game yesterday. In track, Tanya Tan takes the gold medal in the 10K run. Women's indoor volleyball action, our girls take a match from Nauru this morning. Great team win for the NMI. Men's beach volleyball action, our medal favorite duo of Logan Mister and Andrew Johnson square off against Fiji tonight in a must-win game. Mister and Johnson lost a tough match yesterday to Australia, which is the only continent in these mini games. Fiji, Tuvalu, and Australia and the NMI are all in the same pool. All are medal contenders, but only 3 will make it out of pool play. Men's indoor volleyball action starts tonight at 7:30 p.m. NMI with 20 medals already, 7 of them gold. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of isolated showers, low temperatures of around 78 degrees. The weekend will continue to be beautiful with a 30% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms, high temperatures of around 87 degrees and lows of around 78. The sun will set tonight at 6:52 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 5:52 a.m., just in time for me to sleep a long, deep sleep after a long day in the sun and a long 4th of July night with fireworks at the Liberation Day grounds at 9 p.m. and the opening of Godfather's Beach Bar. Oy, enjoy, and I will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and 4th of July. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
We'll see you after the sunburn heals. Oh, that's Monday.